Before we get going, I want to tell you about the Central Indiana Sports Report's Daily Report. It's our Sports Center style podcast with all the high school, college, and professional sports in Central Indiana. It comes out every weekday at 1 o'clock, a little later on weekends. You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode number 231.2. Our Elwood Panthers Spring Sports Media Day. This week I interviewed Elwood Baseball's Bracken Jetty and AJ Flanagan and head coach Grant Sailors, softball coach Jessie Mireles, and softball stars Avery Savage and Kelsey Arms, Kaliebb Baumbauer and Blaise Jones of the boys track team, along with head coach Misty Garcia, girls track coach Courtney Todd, tennis players Jillisa Reyes, Yasmine Guzman, and Brianna Rangel, and new girls tennis coach Andrew Van Asdall.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Welcome, Elwood Panther fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report Spring Sports Media Day. Today is Friday, April 11, 2025. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt. And coming up, we will hear from 5 of the 6 Elwood spring sports teams. The golf season doesn't begin until next week. We will definitely get with them very soon. So I interviewed the baseball, softball, tennis, and boys and girls track teams, and we will have those coming up for you right away. I want to apologize to a couple of the girls track athletes who I interviewed, and I made a mistake and lost the audio, but we will get out to some Elwood track meets very soon. And of course, Elwood Track and Field has a very special place in my heart. We start with the baseball team. The Panthers began their season on Monday. They are currently 0-1, and they host Maconaquah on Friday. On Monday, I interviewed Elwood baseball veterans Bracken Jetty and AJ Flanagan about the upcoming season. Here at Elwood Spring Sports Media Day with the baseball team, we've got junior Bracken Jetty and sophomore AJ Flanagan about to leave for their first game of the season in Greentown, a game that was supposed to be here originally, right? Yes. But had to be moved because they have the nice turf field, and it's a little bit wet here. Start with you, Bracken. Any concern about the cold and wind, or is that just something both teams are going to have to deal with?
You just have to deal with it. Got to play the game how it's going to be played, and have fun.
Yeah, is it fun?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
It's fun in 40-degree temperatures?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
What about when you swing the bat and hit the metal on the baseball? Doesn't that bother you?
Just got to live with it.
I remember those cold baseball days, man. It's much better in the warm weather. But you got to do what you got to do, and you start at Eastern. By the time we release this, the game will be over. But what kind of expectations you have for the first game, Bracken?
Not really. Just go in there and play how the game is supposed to be played and have fun. Ain't nothing going to be changed. We're young. We got to play how we know how to play.
And in Elwood, baseball is expected to be good all the time. It's been, through the years, one of the best sports in town. The talent has been there, as you know. So what kind of expectations do you go into the season with as the program starts to rebuild?
I have higher expectations for this year, seeing as we're a younger team. But I think the people we have right now, we can all fit and work together to compete every game.
In the preseason here, what do the bats look like?
Fantastic.
Good, for the most part. I think there's some freshmen coming up to face higher speeds, but they have the skill. So I think our bats are going to be okay.
All right, and Bracken, tell me what the personality is of this team. What's this team like?
It's fun. A lot of people have a lot of emotions, so it makes the game fun. All these younger kids coming up, they really don't know what's going to happen until this first game, and then after that, I think everybody's going to be like, oh, all right, let's start working, let's start getting better, and then we're going to have fun. I think this year is going to be really fun.
Yeah, you can't have a good baseball team unless you're having fun.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about AJ here and what he brings to the team.
Oh, he's He's great. He's good at center field. He's good at anywhere you put him. He's a really fun kid. He knows how to have fun. He can do whatever he wants. He's really good at this game.
All right, and AJ, same thing. Tell me a little bit about Bracken and what he brings to the team.
Bracken's all-around a good athlete. He's got a strong arm, good bat. He knows how to put the ball in play when it's needed, and if you need an out, he'll get it.
I also spoke with Elwood head coach Grant Sailors, who's looking forward to seeing what his team can accomplish this season. All right, Coach Sailors, heading into another season open Monday. What kind of expectations, even though it's kind of cold and windy, you're probably not going to get to see everything you want to see, but what kind of expectations do you have for this game and early in the season?
Biggest thing is hustle. That's the biggest thing. We are young. We've got 7 of our 9 starters will be sophomore freshmen. So we've only got 3 juniors. So really just seeing those young guys hustle. Okay, not get down on themselves. They're going to take their lumps. We know that being young. It's just a matter of I've told them all season how you react to that, and not necessarily the mistake, but how you react to the mistake.
Tell me about the players you have coming back. Any pitchers, any fielders, batters that are returning to the varsity?
Both AJ Flanagan and Bracken Jetty, who you interviewed, there are 2 top hitters that are returning. So we expect them to do good things. They'll hit 1 and 3 for us. They'll both pitch as well. They got varsity time last year. We do have some younger guys that got a lot of middle school time pitching wise, whether through our school team or travel ball team. So, and then we did have some JV guys that are coming up that pitched a little bit last year and did good throughout the year. They struggled at the beginning, but they worked hard and did a lot better at the end of the year. So. Those 2 guys we're going to rely on at the plate. Incoming freshman, Jace Reese, we're going to rely on him. He's going to hit at the top of the order. And then, we got another junior down at the bottom to hopefully kind of even that out. And like I said, the biggest thing is hustle for these guys and being aggressive. Being aggressive is the number one thing.
So with newcomers, Jace, you talked about. Anybody else, any other newcomers that the fans who are listening to this should know about?
Yeah, so Liam Cannon, he's going to play multiple positions for us, and he's probably going to do a lot of time on the mound. He's looked really good this offseason. Aiden Fox as well. For a kid that only started pitching last year, he's going to be at the top of the rotation, and he's going to get a lot of time. So for a lot of these guys, I think it's just going to be getting that experience. They've got the talent. They've got so far they've had a pretty good work ethic, but it's a matter of getting that experience. And like I said, not about making mistakes, but how you react to them.
Jessie Mireles is the coach of the Elwood softball team. The Panthers went 10-18 last year and reached the sectional championship game. Of course, the softball team is one of the best programs at Elwood High School, and Coach Mireles likes what she sees so far. We're here at Elwood Panthers Spring Sports Media Day with Coach Mireles of the softball team, and kind of a cold, windy day as the season gets underway. Coach, I'm not talking long-term here. In the short term, what kind of expectations do you have? What do you hope to see from your team over the next couple of weeks as the season gets underway?
I think just the main thing is going out and competing. I'm not expecting them to win every game, but I want them to go out and fight and put forth what we've worked on this preseason. So.
And what fans that come out and watch your team, what will they see?
I think they will see out on the field. They're going to see a lot of younger players. We have a squad full of younger girls this year, so you're going to see a lot of younger girls. But I think they've got a lot of grit and a lot of fight in them, so I think they're going to see some fun things.
Okay. And who are some of the leaders returning to the team this year?
Kelsey Arms is has had a big impact on our squad. She's a really good hitter and fields very well, almost stops everything
Catcher?
that's hit to her.
Oh.
As far as she plays shortstop for us. Yep, she can catch, but I hate taking her away from the middle infield. So she's definitely a key returner. We also have Avery Savage, another junior for us that led us off last year and did a lot of good things as well. So.
And newcomers that your fans should be looking out for?
Some newcomers that we need to watch for this year is Addie Stout. We've been working a lot with her in pitching, but all around she's just a good athlete. She works hard.
Volleyball, basketball player.
Athlete, yep. We have Addie Jones. I think she'll do some good things for us this year as well. So.
And pitching, do you feel like you have good arms?
Yes, we do. We have Sandy Jordan. She's going to pitch for us this year. Unfortunately, with some other circumstances last year, she wasn't able to play with us last year, so we're glad to have her back this season.
Have you started to cement your lineup, or is it? Are you still working on that?
I have some ideas in my head that I'm kind of playing around with, and as always, we'll probably need to adjust from now until the end of the season, but I've got some ideas, but it's not set in stone just yet.
And you talked about improvement being the number one thing over wins and losses, but do you have a win-loss idea, what you want to accomplish as far as those things go?
I'd like to have a winning season. If we can do that, then I feel like we've done something right.
Elwood has a couple of softball stars at the top of their lineup and in the field. They are leadoff hitter Avery Savage and three-spot hitter Kelsey Arms, who led the Panthers in home runs last year. I spoke with them during practice on Monday. And I'm here with Avery Savage and Kelsey Arms. Let me start with Ms. Savage, who I just found out I know her family. So your thoughts on what you hope to accomplish as a team early in the season, your first few games. What do you hope to see from your team?
Well, I think we have a really solid starting 9. So to compete, I think the younger girls and the newer girls coming in, they're actually catching on really quickly. So I think we're gonna be able to compete, and then they're gonna grow as players, and then I think they're gonna do really well in the next few years.
Batting through the lineup, of course, you're the leadoff hitter and were last year. What kind of lineup is it? A lot of small hitters, a lot of big hitters, a mix? What's it like?
I think it's a pretty well mixed group of hitters.
All right, and here with Kelsey Arms, I asked her what kind of expectations that you have for your team. What kind of goals have you set as far as, wins, losses, improvements? What kinds of things do you hope to see?
I hope we can finish out the season with at least over a 500 record. That's a lot to ask. Last year we were just over 500. Hopefully we can get pretty far in sectionals. Last year we made it to the championship. Hopefully we can get there again. I'm not sure what our bracket will look like this year, but hopefully we can push through. Our freshmen have really stepped up and picked up the slack from what we lost last year, which I think will be a big help.
And what kind of goals have you set for yourself?
This year, I'm hoping I can hit a few more home runs than last year. My freshman year and sophomore year, I hit 7. And
7 each year?
7 each year. And then this year, I'm going for double digits. Maybe I can get that. 500 in the batting average area. Hopefully we can get that.
I want to ask both of you a question. We'll start with Avery. What's kind of the personality of this team? What's this team like?
I would say very ambitious. I mean, I don't know if that's even the right word. Everybody's a little different, but we click pretty well. Everybody normally has a positive attitude. I mean, as you look out here, everybody's talking, working very well together. So. And it's cold out here. Yeah, very cold. So, same question. What's this team like?
We're all very, you could say hyper, I guess. I think we all work very well together as a team because we all match each other's energy very well. Which, even the new girls, I think that they just stepped up and they're part of the team.
Elwood softball has a very great tradition. Is that something you guys think about as you look toward this season? Is that something you ever think about? We need to get back to those days.
Yeah, definitely. They were definitely pretty good a few years ago,
She said a win-loss was the goal. Do you have any goals, as far as improvements as a team and what you guys would like to do?
just keeping the energy up. That's what carries the game, the momentum. So you can't win without good energy.
Avery and Kelsey, thank you so much for your time, and appreciate it. Look forward to coming out and seeing you in some games when it's a little bit warmer than this, because I'm not coming out in this weather. It looks like it's going to be a fun season for the Elwood boys track team. I spoke with senior Kaliebb Baumbauer and freshman Blaise Jones about what they hope to accomplish this season. I'm here with the Elwood Panther track team, one of my favorite teams that I ever was on. And I'm here with senior Kaliebb Baumbauer and freshman Blaise Jones as the season gets underway. As you head toward your third meet of the season already on Tuesday, what kind of improvements are you looking to see here early in the season, Blaise, as a freshman?
Really, I'm looking just for better technique on running and getting better starts off the blocks.
What are you looking at as far as times? Have you started to think about that, or are you just going out and running at this point?
So far, I'm trying to get below 11.8. I've struggled to do that last year and this year so far. That's my goal right now.
Kaliebb, you have you been thinking about goals for the season, or more importantly at this point, early in the season, what you want to accomplish personally?
For discus, I at least want to get up there in the hundreds, 120s, just as a goal. And for shot put, I want to get at least 40 for one of my goals. Right now, I'm sitting at 39 right now, so 40 is my goal right now.
As a team, have you guys been thinking about team? Are there enough athletes on the team to be thinking about team scores and things like that? Or
yes, that's one of our focuses that we're doing. A lot of our throwers now participate in our sprints just because we want to get as many points as we can. We filled all of our relay teams, and we filled almost all of our events except hurdles, which we're working on.
All right. So does that make it a little more interesting from the team aspect, Kaliebb, as a senior?
Yeah, a little bit. Seeing big man run out there, it's kind of fun, and also just to show big man can be fast too.
Yeah, they can. And do you enjoy doing that?
Oh yeah.
Which one do you like better? Do you like sprinting or throwing?
I like throwing, but sprinting I like to show how fast I am.
Good. Team-wise, are you guys thinking as a team yet, or are you still kind of trying to form what all the individual events and things like that? How are you feeling about the team aspect of it?
I'd say as a team, we have a pretty good bond, and we work pretty well together. And we don't just think about ourselves, we think about each other too, and try to help each other get better.
All right, Coach, real fast, I'd like for them to stay just a second, but tell me about Kaliebb and what he brings to the team. And
his level of leadership is like no other. I can't ask for a better leader. He gets the boys involved. It's rare that you have a big boy. He's one of our biggest ones on the team that says, hey, Coach, I want to sprint. And that's what we want to have, When people are down, he brings them up, and that's exactly what I need out of him.
What are you hoping to see early in the season from the team?
Right now we're focusing on PRs and placing. Main thing is PRs because we want to improve. And so far, I think our last meet we had 13 PRs, and that's pretty good for a team of 14 runners.
And that's really a great thing about track is there's not only the team aspect of it, there's the individual aspect of it, and not only individual for placing, but racing yourself.
Yes, and these kids, they've done everything I've asked. We've stepped up the workouts. They're a little bit more intense. I just got done talking to some of them. I'm like, hey, I threw you in some extra events. I need some extra points, and no one complained. Everyone's like, okay, Coach, whatever you need. So that's what I need out of this team. I enjoy that.
I want to see if they agree with you on this question that I'm going to ask. What's the meet? Is there a meet that's the most important of the year? Is it sectional, or is it like conference where you're competing against schools your size or county? What's the biggest meet of the year to you? Which one do you point to?
I like to point to Madison County just because it's early in the season. It kind of gives us a way we're at. It's our local competition that we're facing. So that's what I like to base it off of, how we're going to do the rest of the year.
And do you guys agree that Madison County is like the big one?
Yes.
I can agree with that, yeah.
As you get there, what do you hope to have accomplished before that point? kind of working the kinks out,
working the kinks out, just getting a little bit better and throwing as best as I can.
What are, as a freshman, just kind of trying to feel the varsity thing out?
Yeah, just try and get better each time and get better technique each time. That's all I really hope for.
Courtney Todd is the new head coach of the Elwood girls track team. She's working with about 10 or 11 athletes on the team, so probably not going to be a lot of team wins this year, but she has liked what she's seen from her individual performers. Back here on Elwood Panthers Spring Sports Media Day with first-year head coach Courtney Todd. What have you seen from your team so far?
I've definitely seen a lot of girls who have found that drive for the sport or found that drive to want to compete.
Good.
And for what I hear last year, there wasn't a lot there. So seeing that this year is really a big step. The girls they love, I think they all get along with each other, which I also like. I feel like if you're not getting along with each other, then you guys don't really blend well as a team. And again, this isn't really a team sport. It's an individual, which they still help each other out, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I was saying to Coach Garcia, one of the great things about track is it's not only a team sport, it's an individual sport, as in you're competing, but also you compete against yourself, and there are so many different ways to approach a track meet.
Yeah, I tell the girls all the time, especially the runners. My grandpa used to tell me this when I ran. It's just you and your shoes at this point in a race. Like, yes, you are competing against other people, but in the end, it comes down to you and yourself. And having that mental capacity to keep yourself going, because track can be a hard sport, especially in the hard times. Hard weather, kind of like we have today. They kind of get down on themselves because they don't see the results that they should, but they don't also take into account that weather is also bad, but we're also still kind of in the beginning starting to get into our season as a whole.
Of course, you with about 10 athletes on your team, it's going to be more about individuals. Tell me about who you have returning and from last year's varsity.
Last year, I know for sure that Trinity Gibbons, she threw last year. She's a beast in the ring. Allison McGuire, she does a few of our sprints. She also high jumps in some of our few field events that we have. I have Emma Vanover. She's a senior this year. She's my distance girl. I'm a distance person, so I love her with all my heart. She does our mile and 2 mile. I think that's all that I know for sure that returned. Becky Patton, she ran last year. She did a bunch of throwing. Not much as running, but she's one of those where if I ask her if I put her in as an alternate, she'll go for it, no questions asked.
For the Elwood Panthers fans listening to this coming after the track meets, any newcomers who they should be looking out for?
Newcomers, I definitely think you guys should be looking out for Alicia Rivera. She's a sprinter, trying to ease her into an 800, kind of seeing what we can work with. Madison Patton, she's another distance girl. The only thing for Madison is just kind of push her out of her comfort zone. Same with Alicia. They're used to just being in their comfort zone to get themselves through, trying to get them that little push out. But once they're there, they got it. Claire, I can't pronounce her last name to save my life. But Claire, she's a thrower, and she is a competitor. She's hard on herself sometimes, but to me, I feel like if you're not hard on yourself, you're not going to get anywhere, or you're not going to have that accountability to get yourself there. Someone else I didn't mention, her name's Cameron Davis. She goes in and out of our hurdles sometimes. She's in our sprinting events too. She's a good one to watch out for as well.
It was a lot of fun interviewing the girls tennis team, a lot of really great personalities. I spoke with seniors Jillisa Reyes and Yasmine Guzman and junior Brianna Rangel about what Panthers fans can expect from the girls tennis team. We are back at the Elwood Panthers Spring Sports Media Day with 3 Elwood Panthers tennis players, and I've been trying for about 10 minutes here to get them all memorized, but I think maybe I've got it. Jillisa Reyes is a senior, Yasmine Guzman is a senior, and Brianna Rangel is a junior, and they are here with me on the eve, 2 days from the season opening First of all, we'll start with Jillisa, and how have things gone with the team in the, I guess, preseason here?
Well, it's gone good with the new coach and everything. I think it's gone pretty smoothly, honestly.
Well, you brought up the new coach. Tell me about the new coach and why he's brought to the program.
Well, it's obviously different because I've had the same coach for the past 3 years, so obviously it's a new adjustment having a new coach, but he's been good pretty far.
Yasmine, I'm going to first ask her the same question I asked her, and how have things been as you get really close here to the season?
It's been going pretty well. Some things have come up for some of the players, but I think most of the players are doing really good. I'm super proud to have them a part of the team. I like every single one of them. Some of them are just so special to me because I'm so close to them, while the others I'm not as close, but I'm still proud to call them a part of the team and say I'm a part of a good team.
It's your senior year, so this one's different.
Yes.
What do you hope to accomplish in your final season?
I really hope to inspire new players. I really hope that they find the same love in tennis as I did. The original coach that I had was John Kelly. Very amazing coach. It's really nice to get a fresh breath with Coach or Senor Vey. He's really nice, really kind.
You have to call him Senor on the tennis court too?
No, I call him that. But it's just so nice to have, a fresh of breath air because John Kelly, he's awesome. I love John Kelly. He's still my teacher. I don't know, but this one implies more like warm-up exercises, and that's something to say that I'm really happy that we're starting to do so the players don't get hurt.
When we start talking about team accomplishments, what kind of I'll go over here and Brianna, what kind of team have you guys talked about team accomplishments and what you hope to accomplish as a team?
Of course we want to get wins. I mean, every team wants to get wins, but I feel that a lot of our players are new this year, so maybe that's not the goal, but I guess getting down technique and supporting each other as a team, being uplifting and everything is a good goal for us to accomplish now because some of them are younger and coming up, so as some of the upperclassmen, we can help them to be good teammates and to want to win, but also know that takes hard work and discipline.
Good segue. Tell me about the seniors on this team.
This is actually only my second year playing, but I know that Yasmine and Jillisa are very nice people, and they've always been sweet, and I would like to get to know them more as they are also team captains with me. So yeah.
But what's up with that Red Wings jersey?
I know nothing about that type of stuff.
That's more of me forgetting that I didn't even know it was a part of a team. I just
it's pretty cool.
I thought it was a cool design. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get this because A, it's a hoodie and I love hoodies. B, it's gonna keep me warm, and C, if there's a problem, I guess I'll find out along the way. But I just learned it's a hockey team, so that's cool.
It is a hocky team, and it's a pretty cool logo.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool logo.
Have you ever seen the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Nope.
Well, you need to because one of the guys wears a jersey like that in the movie. So, and it became very famous at the time because it was a famous movie. Oh. And it was the cool thing to wear. The Detroit Red Wings. So.
I guess I'm that cool then.
Yeah. So the season starts on Thursday. You guys have an idea of the lineup, or is that still something that's up in the air? And everybody know who's their doubles partner and everything like that?
I do know who my doubles partner is.
And who's your doubles partner?
She's a sophomore. Her name's Olivia Weddle.
And you really hate playing with her, right?
Not at all. She's a really sweet girl. I like playing with her, though.
I asked her a question about accomplishments. Any thoughts about what you guys would like to accomplish as a team?
Yeah, pretty much just improvement and everyone getting their technique down. Obviously, we want to win. I want to win a lot, obviously, since it's my senior year. And
guys, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys during the season.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you around, too.
I will be. I will indeed be around. It was also very nice meeting a new head coach, Andrew Van Asdall, who is new to the program and has enjoyed his time with this team in the preseason. Back on the Elwood Panthers Spring Sport Media Day with brand new tennis coach Andrew Van Asdall, and welcome to being an Elwood Panthers coach.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
And tell me a little bit about this team and what's, it's just only been a few weeks, but what's kind of the personality of the team?
So the personality, I would say, is really lighthearted, but very energetic and very ready to begin working and to begin competing. We started the season with some preseason practices and so forth, just reminding ourselves the sport and getting the basics and the fundamentals under our hands. And I would say the students, the players, have really taken to this energetic and this very optimistic view for the season. So I'm really excited to be working with these players.
You get started on Thursday. What do you want to see early in the season from your team?
Really, I want to see teamwork and I want to see good sportsmanship between coaches, especially in the sport of tennis. Winning isn't everything. We learn a lot when we play some really good matches, and actually we lose really good matches. Or when we play and we lose, we learn a lot. And so I want to see good sportsmanship and I want to see good technique. Even if we win or lose the first match of the season, I'm really looking for good technique and for good sportsmanship and really for a learning attitude, especially for our younger players.
Tell me about your seniors and your leaders who I interviewed earlier.
Absolutely. So you interviewed two of our captains and also one of our seniors. One of our captains is actually a student that your viewers should really be watching. Her name is Brianna Rangel. Brianna Rangel is playing second singles varsity this season, and she has got a phenomenal backhand and a great serve also. So she's one person to watch. You also interviewed, I believe it was Jillisa Reyes. She is also a phenomenal player. She's right now on first girls doubles, rocking varsity, of course. And you also interviewed Yasmine Guzman. She is playing, I believe it is second girls doubles on our junior varsity, and she's being a phenomenal leader in her position as well. And so you just interviewed a wonderful group of students.
Yeah, they seem like it was a lot of fun. And last question, well, I guess it's two questions, but who are your returning players and some newcomers to keep an eye on?
So we have several returning players. All of our girls who are on the varsity team are primarily our returning players. So we have Breland Norris on first girls varsity. We have, like I said earlier, Brianna Rangel on second girls singles varsity. And then third, you'll also see Samantha Dockery. Samantha Dockery has played doubles in the past, and this is her first time.
We're being pelted by tennis balls.
And hey, it's a tennis practice.
That's right. I should expect it.
Better not park near, And then we have Sam Dockery playing third girl singles on our varsity side, and she's coming from doubles, and so this is her first bout of games on the single side, so we're really excited for her to be on there as well. Speaking of doubles, again, Jillisa Reyes, and we have Olivia Weddle also playing singles or doubles, and Aliana Neal as well on that returning side. Some newcomers to watch are actually our first girls junior varsity singles. We've got Caitlin Pan and we have Maddie Patton. They are actually some phenomenal freshman players that you should really, really keep an eye on over this coming season.
Coach, thank you so much. It was nice meeting you. Look forward to seeing you guys play and getting to know your team.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And again, thank you so much to Coach Asdall for allowing me some time with him and his team, as well as baseball coach Grant Sailors and his players Bracken, Jetty, and AJ Flanagan, softball head coach Jessie Mireles and Avery Savage and Kelsey Arms, Misty Garcia, the head coach of the boys track team, along with Kaliebb Baumbauer and Blaise Jones, girls track coach Courtney Todd, and Coach Van Asdall's players, Jillisa Reyes, Yasmine Guzman, and Brianna Rangel. Thanks so much to all of them, and thank you for listening. Please do us a huge favor and share this with the Elwood Panther fans in your life. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.